I've got issues with Polkadot. If you watch my dot explainer video, then you already know this. If you missed it, watch it by clicking the link on the screen. But do not despair, Polkadot community. I do believe there's a path back to prominence, and I do believe you'll make money in the bull run. Today, I'm grading Polkadot on its potential for this bull run, and at the end of this video, I'm going to give you my dot price prediction, and it's probably not as bad as you think, maybe? Let's get it. I'm not a financial advisor! Welcome to Ben Armstrong Crypto X. Don't just trade crypto, experience it. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel to start your crypto journey the right way by joining Ben Nation. If you enjoy these rating and price prediction videos, hit the like button so I know you want me to keep doing them. Today, we're looking at how Polkadot ranks among the top crypto assets for the 2024 and 2025 bull run. The grand finale, of course, will be my dot price prediction, so make sure you stick around till the very end. If we look back at previous cycles, DOT has had some decent rallies, but the gains were mild compared to the rest of crypto. After DOT launched in August of 2020, it hovered between $3 and $5 for a few months, until it started to run in November, reaching as high as $40 at various points early the next year. This was basically a 10x for those that were lucky enough to buy the bottom and sell the top. In 2022, it got as high as about $55, which is still DOT's all-time high price. These are decent gains, but not that impressive when you think about the 100x or 1000x gains we've seen so often in crypto. Polkadot also suffered heavy losses in the crypto winter of 2022, seeing all the way down under $5, which was basically the launch price. DOT is starting to recover a bit with the markets though. So let's dig in and see how it scores among the top coins we've done so far. Then stay tuned for my DOT price prediction. Let's start with ranking the team. Team 3. I gave Polkadot a 3 for the team. If you saw my explainer video, you probably already know why. Polkadot's founder, Gavin Wood, is bad for the project, bad for the industry. Don't get me wrong, I know that the team is a lot bigger than just one person. There are a lot of talented builders and developers involved with the project. I also understand that Polkadot is a somewhat decentralized system, so no one person has total control over governance in the same way that a CEO would. And this includes Gavin Wood. But he's still the face of the brand, and that diminishes all the great work that everyone else is doing there. This is Polkadot's biggest problem. And if they were able to formally distance themselves from their founder, I think that would immediately boost this category's ranking to a 7 or higher. Marketing, 5. When it comes to marketing, DOT got a 5. There was a massive media blitz for Polkadot when it first launched. But that's really died down over the years. I also think they really fumbled the bag with their Web3 branding. Polkadot's team coined the term Web3, and the name of Polkadot's foundation is the Web3 Foundation. But people don't think about Polkadot when they hear the term Web3. Polkadot wasn't even a part of that conversation. They still haven't found a way to really capitalize on that marketing opportunity. Performance, 8. In terms of price performance from the last cycle, I gave DOT an 8, even though the gains didn't melt any faces. A 10x move in 2 months between December of 2020 and February of 2021 was still nothing to complain about. This run came when the hype for Polkadot was at its height. Activity on Ethereum was finally starting to heat up at this point, and people were looking to other smart contract platforms, especially those that had a connection to Ethereum, like Cardano or Polkadot. So that part is important to consider. To have another run like that, Polkadot will need to capture that same level of excitement again. If you're looking for excitement, then look no further than our channel sponsor, Stake. Stake is the world's largest social casino. Visit the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to get your account started with Stake. Fun, games, social chat, and more. Ben Armstrong Crypto X is powered by Stake. Community, 7. Polkadot still has a decent community, so it earned a 7 for that category. One of the things I like about the Polkadot community is they are just here for the money. Most of the community seems to be interested in blockchain for the right reasons. They're more idealistic and philosophical about the technology than many of the other communities from what I've seen. Kind of like the Cardano community, to be honest with you. Ada Gang don't care about that. They talk a lot more about what the technology can achieve than they do about the price, and that's something I really love to see. Just because I'm against Gavin does not mean I am against the community or Polkadot as a project. The reason why I want him gone is because I know it will be better for the project in the long run. Tokenomics, 7. Now when it comes to the tokenomics, I gave Polkadot a 7. Even though there was a public sale that looks like a fair launch at face value, a ton of insiders have tokens. It was hard to factor the inflation rate in here because there was so much variation. During one 6-month period, the inflation rate could be as high as 16%, but then during the next 6-month period, it was back under 5%. So the best I could do there was take a basic average. Utility, 7. For utility, I gave it a score of 7 because there's not much activity on the network outside of Centrifuge and Moonbeam. The only reason I score as high as a 7 is because Centrifuge is so important and one of the top platforms for real-world assets in the industry. There are a ton of problems with the current model of parachain auctions, though. The process is way too expensive for developers, which has made it difficult for Polkadot to compete with other ecosystems. The team is well aware of this problem and are promising to entirely change the model with an upcoming Polkadot 2.0 upgrade. This coming upgrade was announced by Gavin Wood in late 2023, but has no official release date. This could end up being like one of those things like ETH 2.0. We were waiting for it for years, but the developers always talked about it as if it was right around the corner. That's fine though. Even if it takes a while for them to complete, I think that this will be a huge step in the right direction. You should take a step in the right direction. Start trading on Phemex. Click the Phemex link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen. Then don't forget to grab your Palau e-residency program so you can KYC when your card comes in the mail. It's how all the cool kids are trading now. In the description, I give you 4 steps on how to get into crypto trading with Phemex the right way. Speculation, 6. For speculation, Polkadot scored a 6. There aren't a ton of people excited about the ecosystem, and the project has been surpassed by newer smart contract platforms. There aren't many catalysts to look forward to, aside from Polkadot 2.0, but I'm not sure how much that's going to move the needle, and we don't even know how soon it's coming. For Polkadot to really moon, it will need to recapture the same level of excitement that it had in late 2020, and I just don't really know how at this point that's going to happen. Chart, 8. The all-time chart for Polkadot here gets an 8 because there are certain points where it's one of the better charts in crypto, depending on where you zoom in. But that's not how things have been recently. Price is still below $10, but I see it recovering to surpass its all-time high during this bull run. I don't see it outpacing the rest of the market though. Polkadot will continue to lag behind the competition when it comes to gains. Of course, if they get rid of Gavin, that could change things entirely. If that happens, I would expect a short-term dip, but a stronger long-term performance. I think the chances of this happening are slim to none though. I don't see him leaving until after the bull run. Tech, 9. For tech, I'm actually going to give Polkadot a 9, believe it or not. If they straighten out their issues, I think they'll crush it. I like the unique approach that Polkadot is taking with blockchain scaling, and I think that the new upgrades they have planned could be the game changer they've been looking for. I think this is the place where Polkadot shines. There are a lot of very innovative ideas with this blockchain, so I need to give credit where credit is due. Decentralization, 5. I rated Polkadot's decentralization as a 5, and it's not just because Gavin Wood is too associated with the project, although that is part of it. When you look at the amount of validators on the network, it's extremely low. There's less than 300 validators securing the Polkadot network, while other networks have thousands. The goal is to get to 1,000 someday, but even newer projects like Solana and Avalanche have a lot more than 1,000 now. Tokenomics aren't very decentralized either. A ton of tokens went to the team and the foundation. There's also a low number of stakers on the network, which is another point of centralization. Total, 65. This gives Polkadot a final score of 65, placing it on the D tier. So now, on to the moment you guys have all been waiting for, price predictions. All these predictions are working off of an approximate DOT supply of about 1.6 billion and a previous all-time high of $54.98. These predictions are based on previous bull markets and with the expectation of fairly normal market conditions. So let's take a look at 3 different ways this could go: the bearish case, the bullish case, and what I think is actually going to happen. In the most bearish case, I see Polkadot reclaiming its previous all-time high of $55 with an approximate market cap of $88 billion, but not going much higher. In this case, Gavin remains on board and the team fails to deliver Polkadot 2.0 in time for the peak of the bull run. Timing of this release is going to be very important. If you're looking for more of a bullish scenario, imagine this one. DOT hits a new all-time high of $155 with a market cap of about $247.5 billion. For this to happen, Gavin would need to step away, be replaced by a trusted high-profile figure that everyone in the crypto industry would already recognize. The new leadership would oversee the launch of Polkadot 2.0, which would attract new developers to expand the ecosystem to build applications that would catapult the network back to the top of the rankings. Now, for what I actually think is going to happen, the most likely scenario. I can realistically see Polkadot hitting $120 with a market cap of about $191 billion. I think the ecosystem will see some decent growth in the next few years, especially with the upcoming 2.0 upgrade, making it easier for developers to get involved. I have also been noticing the community starting to distance themselves from Gavin Wood, which may not be the instant and public exile that I would prefer. There's also a step in the right direction. Hear my heart, DOT fans. I was a big believer in DOT last bull run, and I'm not completely giving up. I'd like to get around in the DOT ecosystem and play with some of the DeFi, see how it stacks up. I'm interested in DOT. I'm hoping for all of us, Gavin is going to get the hint and get gone. It's a movement and it needs to happen. And I can also tell you, there is some hard, damning evidence floating out there that can be released at any moment. And like I told you guys in the last video about DOT, I know it exists because I've seen some of it with my own eyes. Let me know what you think down below about my DOT price prediction. Is it realistic or underwhelming? Drop your comments with your price predictions or dot. Hey, also do me a favor on the way out. Make sure to hit that like button. Helps us keep the lights on. Be blessed.